nutrients that I had done during the preparation, and we probably could have been a little bit more aggressive. And now we know my body can handle it. We'll probably be a little more aggressive here going forward. So, next season. So that's something that we learned. It was a good, solid takeaway. And, I think in any event, we know that we're going to have to come back better. We will come back better because the guys that we're competing against are going to continue to get better. So this, metabolic build into my season, and my off season rather, kind of my improvement season, if you will, is going to be important. And I'm looking forward to, spending that improvement season with you and having it really structured, because that's going to be.
So Colin has a great workout in the off season here. He's allowed me to bring in some science-based and a little bit outside the box in a couple exercises, not more than probably two, that I've seen benefit from other athletes and other modes of strength conditioning that I believe is going to give him more striations, a little more muscle density, just on a couple things. Probably going to have some bigger hamstrings and glute, even though we're not totally focused on that in men's physique, but we both know that the legs push mass other places too. Although there's some good studies out now that allude to it does not benefit as much as we had thought. But I'm sorry, you and I like legs, so
we do.
I mean, in the beginning when you're lifting, you hate them, and when you've been lifting a long time, you love them usually.
Yeah, you definitely learn to love to hate them. But
so we'll do that. We're gonna build his metabolism to the max potential, and then I'll tell you guys, it's a term I'm going to use, but it's not giving away a percentage of anything. But the secret to this season, besides your work ethic, understanding the feel of the gym, all that stuff that has to be there. A couple of these exercises, I think, putting you into a different week-to-day structure, I think is actually going to let you recover better, good mental state. And the biggest part, we're going to lean muscle build Colin all year long after we get maximum potential metabolic build. So he's going to be going through lean muscle builds and other phases that are involved in it literally for probably about 10 months.
Yeah.
Depends on the situation of the next year's shows. But which is going to put on a natural athlete, if you can get a pound or 2 pounds of muscle, that's a great job. But I mean, honestly,
great off season. Yeah.
Now, the one thing I will say before we go on the peak week, especially the load day, where I know that we have more potential, probably the third lesson of learning is that you weren't spilled over the next day.
Right.
Shoot. Usually, when you max out the potential of this protocol, the person has spilled the next day. Mm-hmm. So technically,
they're still
I haven't said this to you yet, so this is the first time I'm saying it. That technically tells me that you could have been more full.
That's interesting because, I mean, if we considering that I went out and ate, not like crazy. I went to my favorite spot, BJ's. I got like some ribs, some chips and salsa. I had like a little mini pizza and then 3 Pizookies. So that means that even with those added nutrients, we could have went a little bit more with our daily protocol.
And going from the science level, the reason I put these two together was we know approximately how much glycogen is in the muscle, how many calories of glycogen or grams of glycogen, right? You can equate that. And in the liver. Well, when I depleted you for the time period I did, we can't for sure say that everything was completely depleted and exhausted, but it was pretty close.
Yeah.
So the amount of food that I gave you the day before does not put it all back in.
Okay.
And the day of doesn't. So that makes sense that, number one, you didn't spill into the photo shoot, even after going to BJ's and doing that, because the amount of depletion that I'm approximating that you had and the amount of food I put in you and the low, because I've done the math, and the next day, and even BJ's, and I just estimated on that.
Yeah.
that's not filling it back up fully.
That's
So
interesting.
I think that's pretty cool to know for next year that you can be more full.
Yeah, that's great to know. You know, because when I'm going to do my my warm up show, if you will, a little earlier in the year, might be our time to really push the envelope a little bit and see where we can go prior to heading back to the Olympia in the fall. So
backed by science and battle proven.